Today, we're going to talk about the stock market and the different types of investors that you will encounter. But before we dive deep into the sea of red, I first have to explain what the stock market is. It's that thing your finance bro and uncle is trying to convince you to join, showing you their portfolio and telling you like timing the market beats timing the market, only for them to discover options 6 months later and developing a drinking problem after buying multiple boring call options using margin. The first type of investor is what are called a casual. His knowledge of the stock market is very minimal and likes to use Robinhood as his primary investing platform. He only buys stocks like Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon, and of course Tesla. He has friends and has a great relationship with his family. The casual has what other types of investors lack, and that is a sense of self-worth, something that I myself have not had in a very long time. Occasionally, the casual dip their toes into mutual funds. Stocks such as Vanguard and Fidelity will slowly become a substantial part of their portfolio, and you'll know this because during this stage, the casual refuses to shut the f up about the importance of diversifying your assets after buying one single share of VOO stock. The second type of investor is what are called the gambler. This type of investor treats the stock market as a sports DraftKings parlay. Betting stocks will go up or down through options using margin. Now I know what you might be wondering. What exactly are options? I'm glad you asked. To put it in simple terms, it's a big mistake, especially if you're using borrowed money to buy them. As a matter of fact, there's a whole subreddit dedicated to posting losses that ranges from thousands to hundreds of thousands of dollars. The gambler is known to mostly bet on stocks with high volatility, which are basically penny stocks or shitcoins like Doge and Pepe the Frog. It is quite common for the gambler to develop severe alcoholism and erectile dysfunction early on. After all, when they're not busy gambling their life savings away, they spend all their time beating their meat, hoping to one day experience the touch of a living, breathing woman. The third type of investor is what are called a schizophrenic. This type of investor is convinced that he's the second coming of Warren Buffett. He uses Thinkswim to lock in trades and has about 4 different monitors, with each monitor displaying different graphs of the same stock, patiently waiting for a non-existent pattern to show up to signal to them that it's time to buy or sell. Usually these patterns are based on pure delusion and have no basis in reality, but the schizophrenic believes otherwise and is ready to dump 20K on a penny stock because the candlestick broke the line of reinforcement.
I'm gonna take it right there just to lock it down. Don't want to get stuck in some stupid bounce back up on TATT short there. And there it goes down there to the 590s. God, I don't know why I look at the chat. I don't want advice from anybody. It's crazy. Look at my P&L. Oh my. I just blew a fucking brain. Oh my. Why do I ever listen to anyone in the fucking chat? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Why the fuck are you still arguing me? Like, why are you even here? What the fuck is that guy talking about? Fucking this is why I don't trade, I don't do live streams. This is why I don't do fucking live streams. I don't want to fucking hear what anyone has to say. I don't give a fuck. I'm not live streaming anymore. I'm not live streaming anymore. Everybody's fucking Warren Buffett on YouTube. Everybody's fucking Warren Buffett. It's like, listen, you guys are here. You're here to watch me trade. So why the fuck does anyone try to tell me what to do, it's like, why? Every single person who said anything about the trade on TATT, every single person, like, listen, just go ahead and
This phenomenon is what scientists and intellectual people call the point of no return. This is when the schizophrenic screams and shits his pants as he begins to realize that he is now in generational debt for the rest of his life. The fourth and last type of investor you'll encounter is what I call the Sigma Ligma. He's essentially an evolved version of the casual, but with higher levels of testosterone. These individuals read books such as Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Think and Grow Rich, and The 48 Laws of Power. Their favorite movies include The Big Short, American Psycho, The Wolf of Wall Street, and The Social Network. They have a diversified portfolio that consists of Vanguard, real estate bonds, healthcare, and tech stocks. They typically work at Wall Street and take copious amounts of to keep themselves from falling asleep during trading hours. But unlike the casual, the Sigma Ligma is too focused on himself to worry about his friends and family. Instead, he spends majority of his time at the gym, snorting creatine, and at work, researching the best stocks to invest in. The Sigma Ligma is seen as the ideal investor compared to the other three types, but also lacks what the other three have in common, and that is consistency. The stock market can be a wonderful place to establish wealth if used correctly and methodically, but the truth of the matter is, no one knows whether a stock is going to go up, down, or sideways. Many people rush to the conclusion that making money off the stock market is easy, when in reality, it is simply a sophisticated way of gambling. Don't get me wrong, if you invest in mutual funds and in the correct long-term investments, you will definitely become wealthy. But if you're just mindlessly investing in shitcoins or stocks you know nothing about, hoping it pops off, then you'll be sadly mistaken. You have to learn how the stock market works in order to become a successful trader. Reading books and properly educating yourself in options can be an effective way to become wealthy in the stock market. Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe. Consider joining my Patreon or YouTube membership program. The link is in the description. And with that being said, I'm out.